Hey guys, Mike Caggiano here, Section 8 Secrets. Hope you all had a great weekend. Over the weekend, I was actually mowing my lawn, and it sparked some thoughts that I have and some observations that I've started thinking about, which one of them is some of the podcasts I listen to are, real estate related. And I've been listening to a lot more lately, probably the past like 6 to 12 months. And I'm realizing when I'm listening to them, like the first opening, like the introductories are always about these investors that own 50, 100, 200, 300, some 2,000 doors that they own individually is what they're kind of saying, but they're not really talking about it. And I question that. Like, do they really own them? Is it really them owning them? And what I mean is, do they have general partners? Do they have limited partners? Do they have investors from friends, family, uncles, aunts, relatives of some sort? Who knows? Maybe farm animals, maybe pigs, maybe cows, maybe chickens. Something's in there that is giving them that ability to get to 200, 300, 3,000 doors that I'm hearing about that they're not really talking about. So instantly, this credibility that they're essentially warranted because they're saying, "Hey, listen to me, I own 600 doors," kind of doesn't really count for me anymore. Because I kind of question, are they really, why are they on the podcast, right? Just to like maybe get more investors, right? They're trying to sell themselves. That is something that within Section 8, within our program that we are trying to promote, Section 8 Secrets program, that is, we don't need investors. You don't need general partners. You don't need friends. You don't need family. You certainly don't need farm animals. And what I mean, and what I want to show really quick here, guys, is why that is and how that works. So let me share my screen really quick here and give you guys a quick tutorial that is all part of our program. So we have many different data sheets that will help investors make determinations on things, financial formulas, property loan breakdown details, of course, tracking your tenant information. One of them is compounding scenario table. And that is what I'm showing right now on my screen. And let me go through this really quick. So property appreciation, what we're talking about is how much value is it going up per year? For conservative purposes, I'm going to lower everything just to really like exploit how valuable this model and how easy it can work for you as an investor, as an individual, as your sole proprietor. You don't have a bunch of other opinions and philosophies and theories that need to be applied. And you don't have backers that could say, "Hey, Bob, hey, Frank, hey, Sally, I want my money out. Like, pull it out. I'm done. I want my money. I'm coming to you. I want it. You're managing my money." No, you manage your own money, you make your own decisions, and you're going to find that the results that it will foster are far easier and attainable than having 600 doors that now you need to manage, and you need to quit your job and you need to forget about your family because you've got a bunch of investors that are going to be hitting you up, emails, texts, calls, all that stuff. That doesn't happen here. I am my own. I run my own. I don't have a property management company. I'll be honest, I have 8 properties. But guess what? I'm making a lot of money on each, 6 figures to be exact, like in the 6 figures per year on profit alone. But let me go through this model really quick, guys, and show you. So FMR, so back to here, property appreciation, 1%. FMR, we're saying that's fair market rent rate. That's based by the government. So so we're saying that's going to go up. I'm actually going to go conservative. Let's go 4%. On average, in the past 15 years, mine have been increasing by 7.75%. We're going to say 4%. Mortgage rates, we're going to go up on that one. We'll say 6.5%. 30-year term, down payment, 20%. That's essentially the minimum. This is for conventional, conforming Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loans. And let's bump the expenses up. Why not? Let's just say 25% in expenses. So, and what I mean there is per month, how much expenses are 25% of rents. And if you follow the model, HOAs in townhomes and condos, it's not going to be 25%. But I'm going to go high, and I'm going to just make this super ultra conservative. Purchase price. So the last unit I purchased, I had a little bit of a hiatus, was back in March or April, actually, of 2022. And that was at 183,000. And so I'm going to put in real numbers. But in fact, let's think about this. All the hoopla going on right now, the world economy is crashing, property values are plummeting. Let's go ahead and adjust accordingly. Let's just say 8, 6, 7, or 8% drop. So let's just say 170,000, right? Let's just go with that. You could find a property, I'm sure, in one of your areas that you might be interested in buying at $170,000. So I'm going to use real numbers here. So if it dropped, right? So that means I can buy a property in that same condominium complex that I bought over a year ago for that, what it cost me 183, I could probably get it now for 170, which coincidentally enough, I have bought a property in that same facility for 170, but that was about 18 months ago. But again, I'm going off what the general economy is, news and everything is saying. So anyway, monthly payment, that's 860, principal and taxes, or principal and interest. Other costs, so we have in here, so it's going to be off of the FMR, which the FMR on a 2-bedroom in Maine, in this particular location I'm talking about, is $1,920, guys. That's correct. That's $1,920. And that actually would be higher if I wanted to include utilities. In the Section 8 model, we talk about that. Do you include utilities? Do you not want to include utilities? I personally don't include them. So meaning my tenants pay for them and they get a voucher for that. So they're not really paying for them anyway, but the government is, but I'd rather it's in their name, not my name. So anyway, so other costs, so that comes to $480 at 25% expenses. And what does that entail? Guys, let's hit on that really quick. So right over here, you can see taxes, HOA, insurance average, monthly maintenance, and vacancy. And guys, if you follow the model, you're really not going to have any vacancy, but I bake it in here for this conservative approach to illustrate things. But let's look here. So this is the first time. So the first property that you're buying in this hypothetical scenario table, that means you saved your hard-earned money. You had side hustles. You had ways of just saving money and getting enough money, which is $34,000 for the down payment, 20% of $170,000. So now you've got to let that go. That is one of the psyche things, but we talk about in our training as well. But anyway, let's say you've gotten that, you've deployed that, and you bought your first property. You followed the model. You're getting $1,920 a month. In 53 months, just from cash flow alone, you're going to be able to buy property number 2. So let's enter that in. And what that does, that brings in new numbers, right? Purchase price was 177 because up here we have an appreciation of 1%. So 1%, that's compounded yearly. So in 53 months, that 1% of 170 would now turn into $177,000. So in 53 months, so we scroll down here, these are all months right here, and you can play with this stuff as much as you guys want. You could see right here. So you have accumulated equity of $84,000. You have a positive cash flow of $830 already, guys. So in 53 months. But let's go back up here now. Let's go to 74 months because that's what this is saying. Again, just from positive cash flow alone, if you put that money in a separate savings account, you would have enough in 74 months now to buy property number 3. Now in 87 months, you have enough to buy property number 4. And then in 96 months, property 5. And in 103 months, property number 6 is bought. In 110 months, you brought property 7, property 8 in 114, and property 9 in 118. Let's just stop there. So just under 10 years, you've now accumulated 9 properties from the time you had 0 9 years ago. And you've done it by just deploying one tranche of money initially, which is the $34,000. The rest of the monies that you've provided for down payments coming from your positive cash flow. And in Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loans, you can get 10 in your name. So that's a 20% down at a very competitive interest rate in a 30-year term, which we are huge advocates of, leveraging your money. So anyway, you have 9 properties now. Let's scroll down here and see what that does. In 118 months, so less than 10 years, at month 118, you have a positive cash flow of $9,323, guys. And that is in your name. That is your money. You're not getting half of that and then deploying another half to Aunt Sally and another half to Uncle Sam. You're not redeploying all this money elsewhere. It is your money to manage, and it is your accumulated equity right over here, folks. That shows you $422,000 in equity alone, just from the 9 properties, and just in 9 years. So as time goes on, I mean, before you know it, you're over $500,000 in just equity that you can leverage however you want. That is game changing right there. That is absolutely something that you can easily do, easily manage on your own. You don't need other investors, and you won't even need a property management company. But if you so choose that you want a property management company, you have that in margin from the profits that you're making to cover that as well. Like I said, I don't do that. I don't have a property management company. I actually enjoy it. And there's actually, there's some data on that. If you're interacting with your tenants on a regular basis and you're managing a property, you really won't even have turnover. My average stay length tenant is 7.5 years. I really don't have tenants turnover. They don't want to leave my properties. They want to leave me as a landlord, and it's totally sustainable. I have another job. I have a family of 5. I'm out golfing. I'm out enjoying life. and it's totally done by my own self, right? It's not with a bunch of other investors telling me what I need to be doing and calling me, and I'm not answering to them at all. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I hope it's a little bit of an eye opener. But yeah, I was just getting tired of hearing people talk about how many doors they own. So it's like, do you really? I'm not so sure you own 2,000 doors. You might just own a job to then talk to the investors and answer to them. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoy it. Look through it. Hope to see you on the inside of section8secrets.com. We have a lot of activity going on, and I think it's something that can definitely help out for long-term generational wealth and financial freedom that you might be trying to build. Have a great day, and we'll hopefully see you on the inside. Take care.